let's talk about one of the things that gives issues on trading, why a lot of trader fails. It looks like a lot of trader fails in the market. Right. The reason why a lot of traders fails is there's a consistency problem. Now, what do I mean by a consistency problem? Is a problem where traders feel that their strategy never works. Now, the real game or the real truth about this is that before you conclude that your strategy never works, try and take at least 30 trades with that strategy before making a conclusion. All right. So, in the market, there's always a noise and there's the process. Now, if you can look at this place, repetition builds clarity. What does this mean? Okay, I remember when I have not gotten my edge, so I normally trade on, I think, on demand and supply. I think breakout. I just trade anything random. If I see a breakout, I enter. If I see a retest, I enter. But at the end of the day, I found out that I don't actually know what I was doing. I felt I know what I was doing. So but when I understood the liquidity, because I asked a question and I got this answer. I said, what actually drives this market? Why is this market moving? So what it says is the market makers, who are the liquidity providers. Now, they are the liquidity providers. So what did they stand to gain? So that's when I now understand the concept of liquidity and liquidity grab. All right. Now, if you understand the concept, you have the concept when you're entering the chart. You understand what you're trying to do. So what you keep on doing is maybe the first time you do it, you fail. Second time, if maybe the third time you hit, third, fourth time you keep on hitting, because it's not all the time that you're going to get your setup. Your A setup is not all the time that it's going to show. Number one, and sometimes if you stay longer and it shows, it might not play out the way you want. So you have to understand. So this is a repetition process, and that repetition process, what it builds clarity. It makes you understand. But if you keep on switching from strategies to strategies, you would have breaking the rules of the repetition, which is consistency. That's why when even in business, in every other career of life, consistency beats everything you do. Things might look complicated, but once you apply the concept of consistency, you can be able to overcome it. So you should focus. Focusing will give you mastery. Consistency will give you mastery. Just imagine you're a guitar player, you're learning guitar, and you keep on doing the same thing all over and all over and all over again. You notice that you'll be a master of that. It is the same thing with trading. Understand your strategy and master it. Thank you.